First, what you do is, in a short position, you borrow your units from your broker. Okay, because you don't own that stock. So what you do, if you want to sell some stock first, if you don't have that in your kitty or in your demat account, what you do is a short position. In a short position, you borrow that units from your broker. Okay, you borrow and that sell it at 40 at a higher price, and then the price comes down to 30. What is now you have sold high at 40 and you are buying cheap at 30. So again you are making 10 rupees from that. So once you get your profit, you just return that profit to your broker again. Okay, see, there's again an operational part. They get some interest on that, Pratap. Okay. No, 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 no. It's not a physical borrowing, guys. It's just a process. It's just you have to put your order, and once I teach you order, you don't have to worry about how it is going to borrow, how is it not going to borrow. Okay, don't worry about that. So you are selling at 50 and the price goes to 40. So again you are making 10 because you have sold high, right? You have sold high. You have sold high at 50 and the price comes to a low price 40. So again you are making 10 rupees. No, it will not come into DP account. Okay, you don't have to worry about how to return to broker. That will all be taken care of. Okay, now some stocks may be shorted, may not be shorted or shortable due to two things: limited liquidity of float. Now what is meaning of liquidity? Liquidity means the buyers and sellers available at every price in the market. Okay, so there might not be liquidity in that stock, so the broker might not allow you to go for that. Okay, Indian markets do not allow shorting in cash market and carry forward trade. So you have to learn one thing about, you have to know one thing about shorting is that you cannot, that I shorted it today. Let's suppose I shorted Tata Motors today in cash. In cash, I shorted Tata Motors. So I cannot hold for the next day. I have to cover that position. I have to cover that position at the very same day. Okay, it cannot be carried to the next day. So if you take a long, if you buy something, then you can carry it to the next day. That means you can carry your position to the next day in a long position. But in a short, you can't carry your short position to the next day. Okay, you cannot carry your short position. So let's suppose I shorted at 50. Okay, my target was 30. So it did not come in that same day. So whatever price is available in the market, I have to just cover up my position and give the borrowed units back to the broker. I cannot cover my position to the next day. Yeah, master shortlist might be different. Okay, now most large cap stocks are shortable. So large cap stocks are shortable. Brokerage will give you a market master shortlist. So when I do a session on Trade Tiger, you will come to know that there is something called as a big trade list in Trade Tiger. Okay, there is something called as a big trade list in Trade Tiger. Yeah, Amit, the master shortlist in Trade Tiger is big trade list. So whatever stocks are there in big trade list, you will be able to short it out. Okay, clear? So futures and forex do not have shorting restrictions like stock do. So if you short in futures or in a forex or in an option, so you don't have that restriction. You can carry your short position to the next day in futures and forex, but in equities you cannot do that. In equities you cannot carry your short position to the next day. Okay? Yeah, my pleasure, Rutuja. My pleasure. My pleasure. Any doubt? No, equity can't be converted into future, guys. If it totally goes in target price, then I will cover that, Shamu. Hold on. I will cover that. See, limited liquidity is where liquidity is the amount of buyers and sellers in the market. Okay, so let's suppose that a buyer is ready to buy at 100, but the seller is ready to sell at 105. Okay, so the liquidity is not there in the stock. So buyers and sellers should be available at every price in the stock. Okay, now guys, if your net went off, there are 100 students, you have to understand my problem also. I cannot go and repeat because of your net problem. I can explain you if you have not understood it, but if there is a net problem at your end, please just look for the recording, because we are going to provide the recordings. Okay, you just look for that. So right now I'm doing this, Prasanna, for you. I am doing this for you. Okay, so short position, some stocks may not be shorted or shortable due to limited liquidity or float. Okay, so limited liquidity or float is the same thing that the buyers or sellers are not available at every price. Okay, there is a difference between buyer and a seller price. So there is a large difference between a buyer and a seller price. Okay, so that's what I'm telling you, Bharat. When I cover Trade Tiger tomorrow, there in the Trade Tiger there is a list called as big trade list. Okay, in which there are some stocks, about 140 150 stocks. So all those stocks are shortable. Okay, all those stocks are shortable. Okay, Indian markets do not allow shorting in cash market. So Indian markets will never allow shorting in cash market and carry your position to the next day. So in equity, if you short it, you have to cover your position on the very same day. But this is not the restriction with your futures and forex and options. If you short something in futures, options and forex, you can cover it to the, you can just carry it to the next day. But in equities, you can do that. Yes, if you sell the stocks in equity, sorry, at the same day you need to buy and close. Okay. Now long position, short position. So long position, whenever you buy to open. That is your entry. Buy at 30. So just remember in this slide is that whenever you enter a stock to buy, for buying, your stop loss will always be below your entry price. Okay, can you see this protective stop, everybody? So let's suppose that is you buy at 30, so your stop loss might be at 25 or 27. Now what is the rule of placing a stop loss? I'm going to explain you again in the coming session. Okay, just remember that whenever you buy, your entry, your stop loss in a long position will always be below your entry price. Okay, and whenever you short a position, your stop loss always be above your entry price. So this is your entry and your stop loss is above your entry price in your short position. In your long position, you buy over here and your stop loss will always be below your entry price. Okay, everything will be explained, Rishikesh, but not on your forex, futures and options. It will be stock and equities are the same. Cash market is equities that we are going to follow. Amit. Okay, now reward to risk ratio. Let us see what is a reward to risk ratio. So let us suppose that I'm trying to buy at 20. Okay, I'm trying to buy at 20. I'm trying to buy at 20. My stop loss is rupees 19.5. Okay, my stop loss is 19.5. So what is the risk that I'm taking in this trade? What is the risk that I'm taking in this trade? 50 paise, right? Because I'm buying at 20 and my stop loss is at 50 paise, 19.5. So the risk involved per share is, yes, you are right, Prasad, that your risk involved per share is 50 paise. Now what I'm doing is I'm looking for a target of 22. So what is the reward to risk ratio is? Now, what is the reward that I'm targeting? I'm trying to buy a tea and selling at 22. So reward is your target minus your buying price. So what is your reward? 2 rupees per share, right? So the reward to risk ratio is the ratio of reward to risk. Reward is 2 and my risk is 50 paise. No, it's not 3 is to 1. It's 4 is to 1, right? If I divide 2 rupees by 50 paise, I will get 4, not 3. This is 4 is to 1 reward to risk ratio or a 4-hour trade. So that means I am risking 50 paise to earn a reward of 2 rupees. So in rupee term, if I talk, I am risking 1 rupee. I am risking 1 rupee to gain a profit of 4 rupees in the trade. Okay, so let's suppose my question, who was there? 3 is to 1. Let me just see who told 3 is to 1.